Feed me chicken.
Hello YouTube, I am Feed Me Chicken. How the cluck are you? Back in the boot of the car, we're trying to do one thing. We have Bootsale pickups. Yes we do. The weather recently has been absolutely tremendous, so why not get out and see what people get rid of? Got up bright and early on a Sunday morning, got to the Bootsale for 5:30 in the morning. Went with my son, had a terrific day. Spent quite a bit of money, didn't leave there till probably about 10:30, 11:15. Really good day out. Really sunny morning. So what did we get? Well, one of the first stores that we visited, for games at least, lady when I was looking just said all the games are £1 each. PS4 games, £1 each. 5 of them, you're going to take all 5. So start with the worst one of the bunch, which is NHL 16. Not a game that interests me. The only game that I own that interests me ice hockey wise is the one on the Mega Drive. But if ice skating is your thing, NHL 16, there you go. A game that I have the first version of on the 360, and literally the only reason I'm playing it is because people tell me it's a good game, I should experience it, and I've started playing it but haven't finished it. Now, according to someone I know, this is a sequel to it. I thought it was like a remaster or a reimagining. The game I'm babbled on about is Mirror Edge Catalyst. Again, it's not a game that I had the intention on keeping, but it is a game I have the intention on experiencing. Another game that most people have probably played before, but I haven't, is Dishonored 2. A game to which appeared in a pickup video not too long ago, which I owned for the Xbox One, but now have a copy for the PS4, so one of them will not be wanted in my collection, because there is no point in double dipping on exactly the same game, and that is Fallout 4. And the final game which has a home already, not a game that I'm interested in, but again, you're talking about a game, these aren't bad games, you know. If someone wants a game here that I'm not interested in, then it finds a new home, doesn't it? If not, it will have a new home by the end of the year. Anyway, the next game that does have a new home is No Man's Sky Beyond. Is it Beyond? Yes, it is Beyond. Beyond what? I don't know, but it is No Man's Sky and it's Beyond. We keep walking around, we come to another store. Really, I probably should have bought one other game in this box. The only reason I didn't was because, you know, I don't have all the money in the world. You never know what you're going to find. It was early on. However, this game was super cheap, and I just couldn't for the life of me remember whether I had the game or not. It turns out I have the game, but I only spent 20p, and it's an excellent game. I got this one from the legendary Retro Bear, and that is Excite Trucks. This game is part of a series of games, because you've got Excite Bots. I'm sure you've got another Excite game. I'm sure there's at least 3. But of course I could be wrong, because I usually am. But anyway, 20p, and it's complete. The disc looks fine, but this is a great game. We come to a store which just had a box of games, and it was like any 3 for a £5. 2 of the games I looked at, I was like, I just can't picture their flipping cases. Turns out I have them, so they are going to be looking for new homes. But both games are good games. You've got Motorstorm Pacific Rift. Goodness me. Pacific Rift. And then the other game is Conflict Denied Ops. This one bugged the shit out of me while I was there, because I really couldn't picture this front cover. but I own it, so it needs a new home. The game I don't have, although I thought I did. Terrific condition, and that is Bust a Move DS. Who doesn't like Bust a Move? So I think with a stylist, this will be a very, very good game to play. Now, I spent £25 on this game, which is the most I've ever spent on a game at Bootsale. But I think when I show you, it will become clear as to why it was a good purchase. Anyway, we're talking about Bionic Commando on the NES. Now, there is box damage, but to be honest with you, I am not usually with these anyway, I'm just only collector. This just happened to be there boxed. And inside, I will show you the inside, because we all like to see the inside. And then I will show you the reason why I definitely bought it. So inside we have a crispy manual. We have a dust cover. Ooh, I hear you say. And then we have a cart which looks like it has never been played in its life. I mean, look at that label. The problem with the label is that's part of the reason what was putting me off, because I kind of thought, well, this is too good to be true, kind of thing. But there's no misspelling of Nintendo on the back, and what you're not going to pick up is in the corner, that corner, there is an embossing in that corner as well, which gives you the sign that it is a very, very real cart. But believe it or not, that's not the reason that sold it to me. No, the reason that sold it to me was inside there. Okay, I'm going to turn it the right way. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it because I can't see it from here, but it does in fact say 1993. Am I right? Yes. So it gives you a ticket price from 1993 from Toys R Us, and I believe that to be authentic. So this was a very good purchase, even if I was conflicted on buying it. For those of you who like your flappage, it's got flappage. So yeah, a very, very good day at Bootsale. £45 I think I spent in total, if that's right. 5, 10, 30, or £40 spent. £40 and 20p spent at the Bootsale on that morning. I think it's well spent. Now, before I let you all go and do whatever you want to do with your day, I'd like to give you would you call it a personal update? But part of my collection wouldn't be on the tubes if it wasn't for one of my very close friends, and that's my drug dealer. Now, unfortunately, not too long ago, my drug dealer and his family have been displaced from their home. Fire broke out next door to them, and unfortunately that fire spread very quickly. That fire took hold of not only the home that it started in, it took hold of my drug dealer's home, and it took home of another 1.5 people on that road. I spoke to my drug dealer, and him and his family have obviously been going for a bit of a tough time. If you understand it, obviously you've been displaced from your home, you've got to deal with the insurance companies, you've got to try and find out what happens to yourself. You've got to come to terms with the fact that a place that you called your home, you can no longer live in. Now, they own that property, so that's their money, that's their memories, that's their place that no longer exists. And it's horrific, it really is. And I've spoken to two people who know or have dealt with my drug dealer before, that being Ethan Gamer and Corbana, and they've been really, really great. They made a suggestion to me saying, look, why don't you set up one of those GoFundMe pages? I was like, that's a really good idea, but I'm not sure whether he would want me to do that. Now, I have spoken to my drug dealer and he said, no, that's fine. And the reason for it is two reasons. First of all, he's not a big fan of GoFundMe pages. He also said that he has insurance. Now, obviously, an insurance process is a long and arduous thing to go through. I'm sure that anyone else who's had to go through any sort of insurances knows that pain and grief you've got to go through. Ultimately, it should always land in your favour if obviously you are not at fault, and they are completely not at fault. But it is still a long and lengthy process, and the things you've got to do to prove this, that and the other can be arduous. But one of the things that he said to me, and one of the reasons I am bringing this up, is because he said to me, we are fortunate to have insurance. If we didn't have the insurance, we would have lost everything completely. Now, if I just take his gaming collection singular, there is a lot of value in that collection. As to everyone who probably posts on YouTube, there is so much value in gaming. Now, I do this in the boot of my car because a lot of the stuff that he has found, that he has accumulated, comes from Bootsale, so it's very apt for that. But he was very clear in saying, look, to me, he was very clear in saying, I hope that you are covered should anything happen to you. So I'm bringing this up for everyone else because I think it's very important. This love, this hobby, we all indulge in and we all collect for, and we all hope to be playing at some point, whenever it is. If your collection is not covered, do something about it. I think that was a really big thing that he was drumming into me, making sure that I was covered should anything happen to me, which is obviously really thoughtful considering what he's going through right now. So I send that as a message from him to everyone else. If you are a gaming collector, or if you collect anything you're on this channel, or you've got you own your own home, whatever it is, make sure you're insured. Make sure you've got cover should something you don't think will happen to you happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you aren't insured, go and get sorted. And whenever I put out a new video, I hope you come along, watch it, and yeah, then I'll see you again, won't I? So, take care of yourself. See you later.